Alrighty guys, as here brings another Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video. This is going to be part 1, or no, this is part 2 of 2 for the standard edition. You guys are looking for the pocket edition, it will be linked in the description down below. Alright, so last time we saw each other, we were just coming off the boss fight. We're going to head over to the right of us. It is a difficult fight. It's only a 3-fist, but it is the same thing as the boss fight, right? And so we kind of had a little trouble with this, especially since our Q restore speed gets screwed over by this guy debuffing one specific unit. Alright, so for team formation, I think I'm going to do this. I could theoretically bring this guy in, right? He'd be helpful here, but because this fight's just such a mixed bag, I'd rather just go ahead and guarantee the fact that he'll just be alive on bench. And so we already know the cover changes here, thankfully. So the green base Broly, he's going to strike cover for nobody. The Legends Limited Broly, he's going to strike cover change for the purple Goku and for the red Frieza. So first unit I do want to try to take out is going to be the tag unit, and then my purples, or well, the cell attacks last. So let's go ahead and try to get this guy out of the way into the Legends Limited Broly. Then we can go for the Frieza, Vegeta, and then the Coat Q at the end. Coming out of that one, again, this is like a mixed bag kind of fight. I don't think it's a hard fight, but there's just a lot of variables, right? Because this guy's stunning you, this guy's giving you the key restore speed debuff. I can't freaking say that properly. So next, we do have our fight to the left of us, and you do want to start bringing out your high-tier characters here, right? 4-fist difficulty against the droids. I believe we also already encountered this fight as well. Right, so now this is where I think the run is going to get tougher, because our default is going to have to include our Z-tier unit and then our S-tier unit as well, right? And then plus this guy, he does take a good amount of damage, so we want heals for him. We 100% want heals for this guy, so let's try to make that happen. And again, another one of those fights where I already know the cover changes, right? So the green 21 has a cover rescue for red 21. 16, he's getting like damage buffs below 70% HP. And he has strike cover, but he's in range with nobody, thankfully. And same thing with Dro, he has a blast cover, but not in range of anyone. So attack order is pretty standard here. I think you just go for both the greens, yeah. And you go for both the greens, the red 21, and then you take out the transforming 21, the support 21, and then the EX at the end. Alright, so pretty solid, I would say. We did get some heals onto the purple Zamasu, which is what we want, and his super attack is back to being full. This guy is taking a little bit of damage. We might need to put him next to Super Baby 2 as well, because that's our only debuffer at the time. Next fight is going to be straight above us, 4-fist difficulty against the suicide fight. I'm not really too concerned about the units that blow them. I mean, I guess kind of, maybe. All right, so this is the team formation we are going to be using right here. Remember, you do want to avoid the middle row here. I don't think we actually talked about it in the guide video, but the purple cell, he debuffs that middle row right there, right? So we want to just stay away from that. All right, so for this one, we do have some cover changes, right? So the Legends Limited cell, he does have a strike cover for the 16. And then the magenta has strike cover for the 16 and for the modulated Vegeta, unfortunately. And then the 16, he has like an unhealth gated cover change, which is, it's a blast cover, right? It's behind him, so we are chilling. He has no range. All right, so for attack order, since our purple is going to super attack, right, we can go ahead and go for the green unit first, because he's a high priority. He's a debuffer. This guy's high priority, also a debuffer. And then you can start working on the suicide units, right? So, like, the Majin Vegeta has decent damage, I guess. This guy, he has, like, a coverage, it's whatever. But these guys, from 3 onwards, they all blow up. So Majin Vegeta, that guy, Cyberman, and then Purple Chatsu as well. Alright, so unfortunately we burned our Cell's super attack, the purple cell that is, 4.6 million, I'm okay with that. And we are getting those heals back onto our Zamasu, which is brilliant, wonderful actually, and he has a super attack back too. Next fight is to the right of you, 3-fist stage against the Buu Saga. I believe Fui is the only one with a cover change. Should be pretty straightforward here. Alright, so this is the team formation we are going to be using right here. So I kind of... this is going to sound greedy, but I want him like at the 50%, right? He's getting so much stuff at the 50% that it's worth it to have him at the 50%. Because he's getting that straight up 50% special move gauge, and avoid the middle row tier, right? Because that's where Fat Boo's debuffing. Plus, I wouldn't mind getting some more heals on this guy, personally. So on that fight, the only person that has a cover change is the Fui. So he does have a strike cover for the blue Buu, the green Buu, and for the Deborah, unfortunately, the blue Deborah. Which kind of does suck since that's like one of your first targeted units. So attack order, you 100% want to get the Deborahs out of the way. So I'll start off with this guy, and then I'll go into the blue one. Red Deborah is providing like support for the enemy damage inflicted at the start and end of turn. And then blue Deborah is stunning you on turn 2. So those are like big targets for you. And then after that, definitely, I mean, go for the double greens here, right? So Pui and then Boo, and then this blue fat Boo because he sucks, and then this guy at the end because he's getting buffs one hit. Super easy fight right there. Only 3-fist difficulty, right? We didn't take any damage. This guy got like a big chunk of heals off of that. So, I mean, we got to see his peak for a little bit, right? In the first half, at the very least. Next is Droid above you, 5-fist difficulty. We should have saved the super attack, bro. Oh my, we actually probably could have prevented the Ultra Rosé super there. This is unfortunate. Also, another, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. Backup units, whatever. 2 red units, right? So let's go ahead and save that. 2 blue units and save them. I want you guys to avoid the bottom row, right? Blue Zamasu debuffs are going to be targeted right there. Hopefully this goes well. We should have really saved the super attack for this fight, though. So I say the one good thing about this fight is the fact that there's not really a whole lot of cover changes to worry about. So you just have the Ultra Rosé cover change, and he has it for the red corrupted Zamasu. And then the red corrupted Zamasu himself, he has, it's just the row above him. So he has it for this blue Goku Black and for the Ultra Rosé. All right, so attack order, definitely Rosé, right? We go for him. He's a big one. This guy's supporting, this guy's debuffing, and then you do go for, you got to be careful with this guy, right? He's going to debuff you to hell and back when you kill him, but he could potentially gain a super attack. You have to be really careful about that guy. After him, we can go for the green and then the blue Zamasu at the end. All right, dude, we actually had to use the rush on that one. So that's rough, right? Again, save the super attacks for this fight. This guy did take some damage, which I'm happy about. This guy took the super attack, that was probably the worst unit to take the super attack. That's probably my most fragile unit on the team. I think it's still going to be fine. He did get some health back, of course, thanks to the Super Baby 2. But that easily the worst target for that, right? He literally could have super attacked anyone, even Slug, right? Even my blue units, and I don't think they would have took as much damage as this guy did. It took half of his HP in one shot. So now we're going to go in the diagonal direction to the left. So 5th stage, it is up against Future. All right, so this is going to be the information right here. I just want to save these super attacks, right? There's a boss fight next. After this fight, I don't think this fight necessarily warrants those super attacks, so let's go ahead and just do it like this. There is 2 yellows, so I am going to put this guy next to the hills, right, because there's a big possibility that those yellows attack him. Okay, so on that fight, there's only one cover changer here. It's the Future Gohan, right? He has a blast cover to the left and to the right of him, so he has it for the LR Trunks and for the free-to-play yellow Trunks. All right, so attack order, I'm 100% down going for the tag droids first. Remember, a big gimmick of this fight is that the Legends Road Trunks gets a super attack every single time a Gohan unit dies, right? So easily going to be the next target right here. And then we can go for this the tag unit Trunks, and then you can go for the yellows, which is going to be the free-to-play Trunks, this guy, and then the EX at the end. All right, super easy fight. All right, again, just don't let that Trunks super attack you repeatedly. This guy still built up a super attack, which is nice. He's not really getting to that 50% HP threshold, which we wanted to, but it's okay. He didn't get targeted by no yellows there, by the way. So now we're getting a little lucky. Next fight is to the left of us. It's a 5th difficulty fight. It is a quote-unquote hard fight. It's against Namek Saga. This one honestly isn't too bad. All right, so I honestly want to do this. All right, so we can continue to save this. I didn't realize that it was a 3 purple matchup, so it's not worth me bringing this guy in. But this guy's going to get a super attack and into the ultimate arts. This guy usually gets on every single fight. This guy's going to get it for sure this fight, and then we can get some heals on these 2. All right, only 2 cover changers here. So the LF Super Saiyan Goku, he has a cover change for the Frieza, the Krillhan, and for the Nail. And then the Vegeta has a cover change just for the Nail. At least the range of it is only reaching that Nail. All right, simply because we're going to have that super attack with our purple Zamasu, we might as well just get the green out of the way, right? Might as well. And then we can go for the tag units right after into the Legends Limited Goku, the Ultra Vegeta. Then we can go for Nail and the Piccolo at the end, because that Piccolo freaking sucks. We're good. Again, super easy fight right there. We probably shouldn't have marked that as a labeled hard fight. We did get some super attacks there, right? So this guy has a super attack. This guy, I mean, he's like a quarter of the way, right? It's all right. I did get the full kill. Didn't really have to worry much there at all. Now we're going to go over to the right of us, which is a 4th difficulty fight against DB Saga. All right, so this is what I'm going to use right here. If your units need healing, keep this guy in. There's 3 greens, so I do want to take out a blue, right? I think this fight could actually do some damage to my units, so I'd rather not have just 2 blues in there, kind of just minimizing my damage here. He might take some damage. He might take some damage. I kind of want him to take a little bit of damage. That'd be nice. But we do got a super attack right here, which I was hoping to save, but I think it is worth popping here. All right, so there's like a goddamn essay of stuff going on in here, right? So you guys know DKP debuffs, free-to-play Bulma debuffs. Launch is like getting a bunch of her stuff. Piccolo Jr. gets buffs below 70% HP, and he has a strike cover for just the Bulma. And then Yamcha, he's like debuffing like the middle slots. And then right to the left of the middle slots, so B2 and B1, I guess is what they describe it as. And then Goku, he has a strike cover for Piccolo, for the Bulma, and for Launch, which is super annoying. Well, the DKP specifically. So first, I do want to go for the debuffers, which is going to be the Piccolo and then the Bulma. Then I'm going to go for the double reds right here into the double greens at the end. So, I mean, a little bit of regret in not bringing in Super Baby 2, just because this guy took a lot of damage, and so did he. I'm not really too worried about the 2 Zamasus in these little corners right here, though, but we did get the full kill. Next is to the right of us. 5 is difficult. The explosion stage. Oh, well. Nah, this one's not a big deal, right? All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. I avoid the middle row. The only reason why I am going to stock the middle row with this cell is just in case this guy takes too much damage. We have insurance, right? The insurance policy of the cover rescue from that cell. So attack order is going to be the same as last time. So we'll go for Magenta first, then the perfect cell, Majin Vegeta 16, Cybermen, and then Chaozu. That fight went great. We got the Ultra Zamasu. He's tucked down below 50%, or he's like right at 50% HP. 10 million off of that. We are getting some super attacks built up too, which is nice. Next is to the left of you, 5 is difficulty fight. It is the goddamn Broly fight again, bro. A hard fight. So there are only 3 fights left, and typically I would just go ahead and stop with the healing. But I'm really concerned that this guy could very well die. We'll take out this guy starting from the next turn, or the next fight onward. So I would love to, for this fight, I would love to go for this guy first. We're going to do that. Especially since Ultra Zamasu should attack first. I say should because remember that Broly is going to debuff a unit. That could be the Ultra Zamasu, and it affects his key restore speed. He could get stunned by the Red Frieza, which obviously he wouldn't go in that first turn anyways. But we'll go for him first, then the tag unit. Remember, do not let them transform on turn 3 or fuse on turn 3. Then we'll go for this guy, the Reds, and then the Goku at the end. All right, so coming out of that one, definitely not an easy fight, right? I mean, these guys are taking hella damage, but it is what it is. We're on the last 2 fights. 11 million points off of that, though, is pretty solid. Next is to the right of us, 5 is difficulty fight against the Boo saga. All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. So typically, I tell you guys to just stay away from the middle row on this fight because of the Fat Boo debuffs. I need the cover rescue option for these 2, for sure. So attack order is going to be the same as last time. So both the Boras into Pui Pui, Fat Boo, and then Majin. All right, so we did great. We took like minimal damage right there. I'm expecting a good chunk, 13 million points. I will take that. And we have a super attack with this guy up here as well. All right, so for your final fight, your final battle for the season is going to be to the left of you, 5 is difficulty against the Rose squad, the Zero Mortal Plan. All right, so this is the final team formation right here. So these 2 on backup, avoid the last row, right, because of the debuffs from the Blue Zamasu, and we should be good. We got debuffs, we got damage, and we have boost. And attack order isn't going to really change much, even knowing the cover changes, right? Remember that the Ultra Rose has a strike cover for the Red CMZ, whereas the Red CMZ has a strike cover for the Blue Goku Black and the Ultra Rose, which is kind of annoying, right? But either way, we're going for this guy first, the blue, the reds, the green, and then this guy at the end. All right, we actually got through that one pretty easily, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Slug did take the super attack, and goddamn, did it hurt. It's a 5-ish difficulty, kind of expected that, right? 17 million points off of it, though, is huge, and I'm pretty happy with that ending. So before we close out the video, let's go ahead and see where we lie on the leaderboard. We are currently sitting at rank 1,119 with a strike-based regeneration team. All in all, so final thoughts on the corrupted Zamasu. He's good. It's just really an unfortunate thing that he wants to be below 50% HP. I think it would be absolutely busted if it was below 70% HP. I think they should have just went with that, especially since this is going to be the last TOP characters kit that we're ever getting. They should have just cut loose on him a little bit. You know what I mean? We're not getting any more TOP kits. Like the manga characters, they don't have TOP kits. Zenkai's going forward aren't gonna have revamped kits, right? There's no going back from this. They should have just made him absolutely absurdly busted, at least in my own opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later!